Sharon's here. I'm so glad you joined me today. Girlfriends, I had some favorites I'd put together, so I said, you know what? I got to bring this to my girls' attention. I have loaded up on some stuff that I really, really love, and I'm really using it a lot right now, and especially spring has kind of moved into summer. I mean, it has down here in Texas, let me tell you, girlfriends, okay? So I want to go down the list and show you a few things. Some you may have seen before, but this is what is really turning me on and pressing my hot button right now. So, hang on to your hat. We'll get to that video. For all of you that are brand new to my channel, thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. Please come aboard. I invite you to scroll on down and hit that subscribe button. Girlfriends, you'll be a member of my tribe. I just love you to death. And then go ahead and click that bell because it'll notify you of my upcoming videos. I generally film twice a week, sometimes 3. All right, so on with the show, girlfriends. Even though winter is over, still, as you get to a certain age, past menopause and up, your skin is still very dry, and it can still itch, and it can still get flaky, yada yada. So, my cure for this, and I've shown you all this before, but I'm telling you, I'm really using it a lot right now, and it's the CUREL HYDRATHERAPY Wet Skin Moisturizer. You know, I've shown you this in the past. And what you do is, right when you jump out of the tub or the shower, if you do showers, then your skin is still damp and wet. Then you want to squirt this. I mean, I just slap this gooey stuff. It's lovely all over my body from head to toe. And I just run around the bathroom doing my other skincare or things I have to do. I let this settle in, kind of dry and soak in, which does not take long at all. Then I pick up my CUREL Ultra Healing cream that I use for the intensive lotion for extra dry, tight skin. So these two products together keep me silky soft all year long. But especially in the summer when you really need it too. Winter, I've got it covered, but this really helps in the summer. I'm telling you, especially if you want to self-tan or you even want to go get sprayed. You can't have a lot of flaky skin on you. Your skin has to be really smooth and in good condition from the winter. So this is how you do it, girlfriends, okay? Yes, it is. Makes you so pretty. Okay. The next thing that I'm absolutely loving right now, because, you know, I always get on these exfoliation kicks, but I'm really loving right now my TATCHA Deep Cleanser. Now, this is really good if you've got, I'd say, normal to oily skin, but for the dry people that like a really good exfoliation maybe once a week, this is lovely. This is fantastic. It's got fruit extracts all through it. You can even feel it. It's all texture going in there. And I think this is truly nice. I swap off sometimes between my glycolic acid and this one with the fruit extracts. This is heaven on wheels, let me tell you, girlfriends, okay? So if you haven't tried it, I'm going to have this link down below. You've got to try it. It is yummy, yummy. And, I mean, what it does for your skin. I'm going to read here and see if I see anything unusual. This is like a Japanese loofah fruit extract. You just put it on, you rub it all over your face, then you wash it off, and you have no idea what you have done. I mean, it is lovely. And it just opens like yay, and you just squirt it out, and you know it's in the plastic container. I'm telling you, it is heaven. Not only do you smell good afterwards, kind of, you know, fruity type, which I don't like it strong, but this is just enough to make you smell rich. You just wet your face and, you know, avoid the eye area, obviously. Just rub this all over your face and then rinse it off, and I'm telling you, it's as good as glycolic acid. So switch off once in a while. It's not going to kill you. Do you know what I mean? A change is always good. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about while we're covering TATCHA, still my favorite all the time, especially when I cleanse every morning. I always follow up right after the cleanse with this rice powder. This is my gentle exfoliation for the day. And let's say I've used my retin-A last night and I went to bed and did my thing. I woke up this morning. Well, I'm going to wash off the retin-A and any oils that I've accumulated at night, but I'm going to do a light exfoliation every morning before I start tackling my vitamin C and all my serums and everything else for the day, okay? You cannot beat this. This stuff is gold. The first jar covered me almost 8 to 9 months. Hello. And I use a little bit in the palm in the mornings. Heaven. Absolutely heaven. So this stuff lasts forever. Love it. Can't be without it, and I won't ever be without it. It's just, it's too gentle, it's too gorgeous, it's smooth, and it lathers up so creamy when you put it on. I mean, you just come out like a superstar every morning when you fix your face. I don't know what to tell you, girlfriends, but the canvas is gorgeous when you get done with this. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about, and I'd forgotten all about it. I was wanting a change in the foundations. And I was looking around, do I want to buy another new foundation? Because, you know, I tried the new Chanel, which I didn't care for. You know, should I try something different? What should I do? And I said, oh my gosh, I have the Tom Ford stick, and I haven't worn it all that much, and I do love it. Now, I showed this to you guys maybe, I don't know, a year, 2 years ago. Can't remember when I first got it. And, I mean, it is heaven on wheels. This stuff, and I'll tell you why I like it, because it reminds me of back in the 60s when we wore the Max Factor pan stick. Girlfriends, you, nice old thick stuff, and we'd work it in with our fingers, and then we'd set it with powder on top of that. Girlfriends, you should have seen it. You talk about flawless. These young girls this day and time, these millennials, they don't have anything on us. We were so flawless, you could ice skate on our skin. Okay? Hello. Hello. Now, we could have acne all underneath, but you wouldn't know it, let me tell you. But seriously, this is what I do. I just, you know, mark this all over my face, and I just rub it in with my fingers. I'm wearing it now. Quick, easy, fast. Let me tell you. And it just dries and sinks in beautifully. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't wear off like a lot of makeup does at the end of the day, and you can kind of see, you know, the polka dots and all this. No, it just doesn't wear off. Not on me, it doesn't. Not on me. Okay, so if you have not tried that, this particular color that I just showed you is the Rosewood 3.5 in this. But it is nice, and it smells nice. It goes on so smooth, because I just take strokes like this, and just rub it in with my fingers. And I rub it in different directions when I'm putting in, and then I pat. Then I just pat, you know, like I'm pushing it into my skin to give a real nice look. Now you say, well, Sharon, do you set it? Well, sure, it's a cream product. Now, when I do set it, I set it with the Hourglass Veil. One with the gold, kind of a rose gold top. This is the creme de la creme, the holy grail of setting powders for your face. Trust me. Laura Mercier has never worked for me. I tried that. I've tried La Mer. Oh, please give me a break. It's just an overpriced powder. Coty is too thick. I mean, I can go down the whole list for setting powders per se. Now, this I love, 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 love. And I love the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. But I will reach for this more than ever. Now, when I put the Tom Ford on, I just dipped a big brush in here, kabuki brush, and pat, you know, just tap the powder all around. And it holds it in place. It's just beautiful. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous product. I mean, this is the best thing I've seen Hourglass put out. And I like everything they've got. Just trust me, okay? All right, girlfriends, the next thing talking about Hourglass is blushes. Can we ever have enough Hourglass blushes? Let's see, here's 3, here's 4, and I have another one down here that makes 5. Okay, and I mix these. In other words, I layer them. And I'll layer colors like, let me see if I've got them in here. I'll layer colors like Diffused Heat and mood exposure, which I'll show you those. It depends on the kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I use them alone. Sometimes I'll layer. And this one is Diffused Heat. Is that not a gorgeous, gorgeous thing? I mean, look. Look at that, girlfriends. Really? Can you see that? I know I'm showing you at an odd angle. Oh. Look at that. Can you see that? It's gorgeous. And then this one is Mood Exposure. And Mood Exposure has kind of a, I want to say, and this is the color, I want to say kind of a orangey. Can y'all see that? Not orangey, more coral. There you go, coral. It's just beautiful. I mean, they're all just gorgeous. We can keep going down the list here. And this Dim Infusion is one that I definitely layer with, and this is Dim Infusion. I'm wearing that today, Dim Infusion, and I'm layering it with Luminous Flush. So these two are the ones that I have layered on my cheeks right now. Can't beat Hourglass. Oh my gosh, they're blushes. Oh my gosh. I love them, love them, love them, love them, and then love them. Now, we all know that under my eye, after I use my concealer, I usually set it with Terry Hydra Hyaluronic Setting Powder. And I swear by it, I love it. I've used it all these years, Well, I started trying the Hourglass Ambient Ethereal Light. This is a beautiful little powder. Beautiful. I don't know whether you can see right here. It's got a little bit of white. This is how it looks. It is perfect for under the eye and setting areas. So I tried that today instead of my By Terry. But with this, I took a brush, brushed it in there, and just, you know, tapped a little bit under each eye. Pat, 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 pat with the ethereal. And I tell you what, it's gorgeous. It came out just as good. Just as good, if not better. I like it. I love it. All right. Okay. Yes, I do, girls. Now, because I've been pulling out my Tom Ford cream, I said, okay, I might as well grab my Bite lipstick in Cashew. I think y'all have seen me use this before. It is a beautiful color. And what I do with this is I take a brush and I wipe it here and I use my one shadow look. Just like I do with my Charlotte Tilbury cream shadows. That's what I do with Bite Beauty. Okay, right here, the Cashew. I then take it and dot, 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 3 dots here, and rub it in. And then I've got blush, okay? Then I take it and I put it on my lips as a lipstick. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous color. And then on top of that, I'll put like a gloss or a lip cream color in Buxom. Sometimes White Russian, but I got another one. It's something pink, and I can't remember the name of it. But this is a do-it-all type stick. That's what's beautiful about Bite Beauty. There's so many things you can do with it. It can be a cream eyeshadow. It can be a what we call rouge, blush, okay, and it can be a lipstick at the same time. This serves purpose. This particular Cashew is one of the #1 sellers and #1 colors out there. I know all the younger gals are using them, and boy, they did kick it out of the ballpark. I tell you, I love this. Then, of course, my next favorite, is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Glow. Listen, this bronzer is the best of the best of the best for my skin tone. Now, I don't care much for the highlighter. No, it's a great highlighter, don't get me wrong. It's just me. I use a matte highlighter by Benefit, the Dandelion, which I've shown you before. I use a little matte highlighter there because I don't want to accentuate any lines or anything here. Now, this isn't that shiny, I can tell you that. You know, you can see it's not that shiny. And every once in a while I'll use it at night. But the bronzer, right now, I can't get enough of this bloody bronzer. I mean, ever since I got it, I have just lost my rabbit mind. Now, I do use an Hourglass bronzer sometimes, and I use my Physicians Formula bronzer sometimes, but I keep going back to this one. This has got to be like the most perfect bronzer. It's not too much. It never turns red. It never turns orange. I mean, I'm in love with this, and I would repurchase it 100 times over. Just saying. And it's not cheap. Okay, so let's roll along, and I want to cover a couple of lipsticks. I don't have to tell you, love, 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 love. My Tom Ford Spanish Pink. Could you all ever guess? I can't get away from this. You know what, the other day, they know me by name down there. Oh, hi, Sharon. Hang on, we'll grab you another tube of Spanish Pink, and we'll grab your this, and we'll grab your that. You know, they know every time I come in, I said, gosh, do I get the same things all the time? They said, well, boy, you love your products, and you'll just keep repurchasing them. And, of course, I always stop, and I'll say, well, what's new? Let's see. Is there a new lipstick? Is there new this, new that? I have to try everything and then decide to pull it out. But, you know, sometimes we just get hung up on certain things that we're comfortable with. Everybody in the world thinks we look great in it, so why rock the boat, right? Okay, and spend a fortune on something that may not look all that great. Okay, and then, of course, my Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect. Yes, sirree. My Bitch Perfect. Love it. Gotta have it. And, of course, and I left it in my other room, is my Revlon Pink in the Afternoon. I wore that in the last video before this also, in case you want to see the colors. So, the whole idea with the lipsticks, I usually always put a cream gloss on top. And it is usually what I put on top of these two is my Buxom White Russian every time. Now, the pink one, I kind of put on Pink in the Afternoon and some other things. I'll remember to put that down below, but gosh, I got to have my Buxom White Russian for that. It just makes that really pop. And that's why I get a lot of compliments. Okay? Okay, let's just saying. Okay, the next item I want to bring to your attention. So everybody's asking me, well, okay, Sharon, we know we've heard the horror story about your 2 tattoo jobs. How in the world do you design or, you know, do your eyebrows? Well, I've used many, many pencils. I was strictly a Chanel taupe pencil for the longest time. And then I got hooked on the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and mine's in the number 2 here. I love it, love it, love it. One end is, of course, a spoolie. And the other end, of course, you know, is angled, so you get, you know, really good shape for your eye. And then what I usually do after I do that, and I only do like part of it from here to here, then I use the Laura Geller, and it's brow sculpting marker and taupe. And if you'll notice, it's got these little prongs on here, like combs, and that's how I make my hairlines. Okay? Just kind of towards the front there. So that's how I do that. Even though the pencil is great, it doesn't have the sharpness or the real fine. This makes fine little hairs. This looks like you got hairs when you ain't got hairs. Okay, girlfriend. Okay, now, last but not least, y'all are going to love this. Everybody knows I have to go to this rehab, and I have 36 or 35 classes of torture 3 days a week, and sometimes I've been skipping a little bit now and then, but for real, I did have conference calls and important stuff to do. I mean, I didn't just cop out because I'm a lazy butt, but because I fixed being the lazy butt, I fixed being bored. You know, I told you that treadmill's just, oh my gosh, I'm boring. Well, I said to myself, self, you don't have to be bored. So when I went and bought these, expensive shoes that the walkers and runners and people that work out do, the HOKAs, I think that name is the HOKAs, and they cost $207. It's ridiculous. But I will say this, I have never in my life put on a shoe, and I'm not tennis shoe person at all. I mean, I didn't even own any tennis shoes. I'm not into that. Now, when we were teenagers, we wore kids, and that was cool. But they're ugly, you know. I just don't do ugly. However, when I was sent by my doctor over to Luke's Locker, they call it here in Dallas, which is the #1 place for all runners and athletes and everything to go. You think I was really going to run a marathon. Little old chunky old lady comes in there. Well, anyway, back to the story. They fit me in all these different shoes, and the only one with the orthotic in it, because, you know, I had that plantar fasciitis, remember this last year? And with all physical therapy, I'm healed. It's great. However, they still want those orthotics inside my shoe, you know, those like filler things. And then on the heels, they have a gel heel to keep my heel all nice. We don't want to repeat getting any more plantar fasciitis. So when they put it all in that shoe and I put that shoe on, I think I died and went to heaven. I have never in my whole life put on a shoe that felt like you were walking on a cloud. Not only that, my back didn't hurt, my lower back, my feet didn't hurt. I had, now they look kind of big, like big tennis shoes, like big at the toe box, but they're not where my feet and toes are gripping or anything. I mean, they're just like perfect. I didn't even know there's different ways to tie shoes when you're an athlete. Now they're showing me all this loop control and all this other stuff, how you're supposed to do it. You think I was going to run a marathon, trust me. But I'm going with the flow because it makes me feel cool, okay? So, anyway, I got the shoes. Well, then I was, you know, they were talking to me about my rehab. And of course, you know, they do the rah-rah, sis, boom, bah. And then they said, oh, well, why are you bored? Oh, the treadmill's so lovely. And I said, oh, you must be on crack. No, it's not. And she said, oh, yeah, I'm going to show you how it's going to be great. So she showed me this thing here. I said, what is this thing? She said, you stick your phone in here, your iPhone in here. She says, and I guess you like Pandora. I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to listen to 50s, 60s. Well, you put your phone in here, just kind of zip it up so it doesn't fall out. This LaHudas, like, goes on your arm. You can put it on your lower arm, your high arm, wherever. I just am doing this just to show you. Okay, like this. That way you can still hang on to the treadmill or whatever piece of equipment you're on. And then you can turn on your Pandora because you got your Bluetooth on, right? And look at here. Now this is just cool. These go on my neck like this, and they sit right on the ears next to my temple. Just like this. Let me show you a picture. It's in the back of my collar. See? See that picture? There you go. And that's how they do. And I mean, I hear in stereophonic, and I'm just up there singing. I mean, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Listen, I'm going to town over there, okay? On the 60s music, singing all the songs that you sing. And they're just looking at me. All these nurses like, okay, she is just something else. And of course, all these other patients around me. And by the way, can I tell you, I am the youngest one there. The youngest one. So I have to create excitement. And so, yeah, I stirred up a little bit because I thought, well, if I'm bored, they got to be bored. But now I'm having a blast. Now I'm not so bored because I can be on that treadmill and still, you know, it's something to do to pass the time because you're kind of on a timer. So, and it increases, you know, the more you go, your time increases. I told you all about all that. But anyway, this has been a godsend. It has cut down, so when I walk every day, I'm doing 2 miles with exercise every day, and then I got to keep increasing that. But I'm doing really good, and this has helped me a lot. And I'll put the name of this in the down bar. This is the coolest thing I ever had. And it's TREKZ Tricks. Yeah. Bone conduction headphones. Titanium. Aftershocks. That's the name of the company. Aftershocks. SHOKZ. I'm going to put this down below so you guys can get one. Let me tell you, this is so magnificently cool. I mean, you get no matter where you are, you get direct sound. It doesn't wiggle. It doesn't come loose. See, I have the earbuds I sometimes put in. Oh, but they'll break up some. Honey, this doesn't. This is like you are in a theater. Yay. Okay. Well, my ladies, I've entertained you royally today, I'm sure. But these are my favorites for the month. And I wanted to share them with you, and I'll have all of this listed down below in case y'all want to go check them out. All right, girlfriends? I want to thank each and every one of you new subbies that have come over. Please feel free to subscribe. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. We had so much fun over here. And to each and every one of you, I want you to stay sassy, classy, confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video.